it's Liz Yuille from Old Stables Crafts. Thank you very much for joining me again today. Today is another Simple Stamping Saturday, and I have got my 3 projects for you as ever. So we have the simple or beginner or quick, casual and avid. Now, none of them are difficult. Some are just a bit more fiddly than others. I'm using the Meant to Be Cling stamp set, which is in the Spring Summer catalogue, and I've also used the Be Mine stitched framelits for this one. The framelits, just to show you, are amazing. I mean, I know I always say that, but they really are amazing. So, you get 2 sheets, and you get hearts, and you get the 2 shapes, so you get the elongated heart and the more rounded heart, and these, there are actually more than you think. So this is 1, and then you've got 2, 3, 4. This one is stitched on the inside. Sorry, someone's just delivered something to my door, which is mad, as this is not where the letterbox is. Anyway, so that's stitched, and it cuts just on the outside. If you want it as a frame, then you use this smaller one. Then this is a frame, and it's stitched. This is an inner stitching. So if you want to put a stitching, this one will leave you with a big heart and a thin frame, and then if you want to put stitching around the outside of your big heart, use this one. Same again with this one, and then this is just a small heart in the middle. So there's all of those, plus this sheet. So you've got a zigzag or scallop edge, some little florals, floral edge, some just little bits that will punch out, this amazing die, and this. And clearly it's these 2 that I've focused on specifically for this project, but I did also use this frame, so I got the heart out of the middle, which is what I used for the middle of this. So that's the dies, because I'm not convinced that in the catalogue it's quite as obvious that there are quite so many. There are 16 dies, and they are stunning. So this one, let's start with this, and then we'll come back to the one that we're actually going to make together. So this one uses the lovely lipstick and Calypso Coral Grapefruit Grove foil from the Sale-a-bration catalogue. She says running over to the other side of her room to Grapefruit Grove. Grapefruit Grove foil, which is from the Sale-a-bration catalogue. It is gorgeous. The Grapefruit Grove is holographic, and I'm actually teaming it with Flirty Flamingo because the paper that I'm using, which is the coordinating paper, let me show you the catalogue, because I think it's so much easier if I've got the catalogue. So the coordinating paper is the All My Love Designer Series paper, and I'm also using some of the All My Love ribbon. And then the stamps are over here, and I'm not convinced that people have spotted that this is part of this, and it's a bundle. So if you buy both, then you get 10% off. So that's where those are. So that's on pages 5 and 6. So I've used Flirty Flamingo as my card base because Flirty Flamingo is in the paper. So that's why I've used Flirty Flamingo back here, but I don't think that's an issue because this is hologram. I don't think it's an issue. And this, I've used the copper embossing powder to do the You Make Me Happy, because we're copying the layout. So that's that. This is Blackberry Bliss because I wanted a really dark colour to set everything off against, and to have more lovely lipstick was going to be just too much pink for me. I've used the Happiness Blooms enamel dots, which are in lovely lipstick, for the 3 dots there, which I've replicated here. So this does not use the dies. I hand cut the heart. It's not a difficult shape. I ignored the fact that this had filigree on it, and I just went for the heart shape. Just a little strip of the designer series paper and a little strip of the ribbon, both stuck down with snail, and then again the 3 happiness blooms enamel dots for that. And I used, for the colouring, I used Lovely Lipstick Light, Flirty Flamingo Light, and Soft Sea Foam Dark. Soft Sea Foam isn't in the paper, but I wanted a green and there isn't a green in the paper, so I went for that. And it's just a very soft hint, so I wasn't really fussed. And the green there are no leaves, is what I'm trying to say, in this bit of paper. But I chose this paper because it was the nearest of the papers to the scattering of hearts, so that's those two. And then this is the one we're going to make together, which is just on a little note card, so it's one of our white note cards with the envelope. I haven't coloured the envelope, but I have coloured the card. So let's make it together. It's very easy. It uses 1 ink pad and the watercolour pencils, and it does use a blender pen, but you don't actually need the blender pen. So as I say, we're using the Meant to Be stamp set. This is a cling set. Now, 1 or 2 people have been telling me that the cling stamps are actually too clingy. So my tip for that, well, there's a number, but my main tip for that is they are very clingy, is when you stick the labels on, just put them on the back of your hand a few times, and that just adds enough something to take the cling off, so they're still very clingy, but they're not going to be too clingy. If they stop being clingy at all, it does say in the instructions, oh no it doesn't, there is a flyer which I must put on my website that says you can rinse them in cool water. So I think, is there some information on that in here? Yes, so if you need to clean the image labels, simply rinse under running water. Avoid alcohol-based cleaners. And there is some information on the Stampin' Up website, but I will try and remember to put that on my blog as well. So, 1 card, my stamp, which I'm going to ink up with Memento black ink. Now the key with Memento is it is waterproof, but it does need to be dry by the time you use it. So it's not an instant dry. Now I always do my stamping on note cards before I fold it, because otherwise you're trying to stamp on something that's flapping. You know, trying to stamp on that is easy enough. Trying to stamp on that, not so easy. So that is still, I can see that that's still a bit wet. So we're going to stamp our sentiment, which is "You make me happy." So you could use this as a Valentine, but equally this is just a friend card. And then finally on the envelope, oops, helps if you use the ink, not the lid. I'm just going to stamp on the back the little filigree bit. So that is that. So let us hope that this is now dry. Waft it a bit. I'm using, because these are the nearest that I could get, some of them are right, but some of them not so much, Melon Mambo, Calypso Coral and Old Olive. So Calypso Coral does actually go with the paper. This is the main colour that I'm going to be using on the roses. So we'll just add that in. So just colour that in, and I'm not too fussed about the precision because we're going for a watercolour look. So, you know, that kind of makes it easy. And then some Melon Mambo for the little dots. And then I'll add a little bit just in the middle of these roses just to bring that colour through, and then old olive on all of the leaves. I don't know whether this little 3 is a leaf or not, but probably could have done with sharpening my old olive before I did these, because they're very, very small leaves. They are perfectly easy to colour, but they are very, very small. And my pencil is not that sharp. So that's that, really quick. Then grab your blender pen, make sure it's clean, and then just come in and start with your green. Well, start wherever you want, but I'm starting with my green. And then clean that off, and then I can come in and do my pinks. And I'm doing my Melon Mambo first on the basis that that then goes into the flower. So it is as simple as that. And then just scribble that off so I know it's clean next time. Then fold your note card in half. And you are done. Now, if you wanted to, and there's part of me that says I might, but I don't want to introduce another ink pad. To get that 3, so if I bring back in this one, to get that 3, you could use, there's this tiny little heart there, you could just do a little heart round if you wanted to. But there you go, so there we are. That's the one we've made now. And then our other 2, so if I clear the decks a bit, simple, casual, added. And they're all beautiful. Thank you very much indeed for watching. I will have all the information like dimensions and that sort of stuff, what I've used, over on my blog. There's a link to the associated blog post in the description bar below here. So if you click open the description bar, you can go to that. If you shop with me, please could you use the hostess code, which is also in the description bar below. That then we add up all the stamping rewards, and I divide the amount of stamping rewards by the number of people who have shopped with me in the month, and then that is the amount of money that I spend. So you get a little extra, and of course during sale-a-bration you get a lot extra, because for every £45 you spend, you get to choose free sale-a-bration items, which of course can include this lovely foil. You get 4 sheets, 4 12 by 12 sheets of each of these foils, and they are amazing. So you get this satin and this hologram. They really are stunning, and just a little bit just, you know, can do so much. So that's the main deal on sale-a-bration. Spend for every £45 you spend, you get to pick free items. There's also the extra stamping rewards if you've got a large order or if you want to host a party. And of course the fantastic, I mean it's always amazing, but the absolutely fantastic joining offer. So don't miss out on that either. And you can join my team whether you are in the UK, anywhere in the UK, or France, the Netherlands, Austria or Germany. There is no bar on that. I do my Facebook Live team event. I'll rephrase that. I do my team events by Facebook Live. So wherever you are in those 5 countries, you will be able to join in. So that would be fantastic. Thank you very much indeed. If you have any queries or questions, please leave them in the comments below. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you don't already subscribe, there's a subscriber button just in the right-hand corner there. You don't get emails if you subscribe. You only get an email to let you know that I've posted if, as well as subscribing, you ask for notifications. Otherwise, you'll just find on the left-hand side of your YouTube screen, you'll see who you've subscribed to, and you'll just see that Old Stables Crafts have got a 1 or a 2 or a 3 for however many posts or videos of mine you haven't watched. Thank you very much indeed, and I look forward to seeing you again very soon.